Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, January 21st, 2025, here at Forex Smart Trade. We help people become successful and profitable currency traders, and we do that by teaching them how to trade using our simple but accurate proprietary trading indicators, which I am going to demonstrate this morning. And we're so confident in how well these indicators perform and our ability to teach you that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. It aligns our incentives. We make money when you make money. So with that, let's get started, see what we've got this morning. And we first need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We teach with a number of tools. We've got videos that we teach with. We've got group trainings that we teach with. We've got these live trades that we teach with. And then we cap that off, which is what I consider to be the kind of the most efficient and effective way, with personalized one-on-one training where you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing, who's successful at what they're doing, and is giving you one-on-one coaching. So he's able to, he or she's able to judge what you know, what you don't know, what you need to know, and give you what you need to know to do this well. I do 3 live trades a week, Tuesday and Thursday morning. We're in the Tuesday morning one. Also Monday afternoon when it's not a holiday, as it was yesterday. And then every afternoon at 4:15, I also send out an overnight trade setup, again, when it's not a holiday, with a different trade strategy that you can copy. When you become a member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m., again, every evening at 6 p.m. And the thing that I think differentiates us is that we are constantly training. We are constantly working on the fundamentals. You can see we've got a lot of training sessions, group training sessions. It is that constant repetition and working at it that allows you to get better. You don't just get good and then not work on the fundamentals. You continue to work on the fundamentals so that you've got a strong game. I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me make sure I don't forget anything. And research has shown that checklists help professionals perform better, especially doctors. Every morning, I like to restart my green charts or refresh my green charts so that the memory's clear and it's picked up any updates they're doing. one of the kind of most important things I think about trading is the ability to go back and take a look at the trades that didn't go well for you. So either at the end of the trading day or the beginning of the next trading day, our indicators have a simulator in them, so you can go back to a specific time and take a look at exactly what the charts were saying, and reevaluate as to why you thought it was going to do one thing and it did another. So on the losing trades, I like to go back and spend a little bit of time figuring out the why. We are technical traders. And what that means is that we're trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at being able to signal to us the direction of a move. And if we can figure out the direction of the move, we can make money off of it. However, news events do impact currency prices. We want to know what those news events are so that we can trade around them. I like to find those news events on forexfactory.com. It breaks it down into really three categories. Yellow, which is low impact. We ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I ignore those. And red, which is high impact. These are the guys I want to pay attention to. And this morning, we've got some news on the Canadian dollar, on consumer price index at 8:30. Usually, I don't like to trade within 2 hours of a specific news item because these are all published numbers, and people who have access to the people who publish the numbers can sometimes get the information a little sooner. It causes the market to move. So I don't want to be holding a trade when some information is going to cause it to go in a direction different than what the indicator said it was going to do. So we just don't trade it. New Zealand dollar tonight, also consumer price index. Any trade we take this morning will be closed well before this. So today we will not trade the Canadian dollar. We've got a dozen different trade strategies. And when we train someone, we customize a trade plan based on their availability to trade and the risk preferences, because everybody's different, and some people like doing something one way and then other people like doing it another way. So we don't try to just fit one trade strategy onto everybody. We customize the trade plan. What I like and what I principally use during the day is this 10-point trade signal. I like to trade it off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, the trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 11 pips. And it's going to close within 1 to 3 hours of once I've identified the signal and taken the trade. So with that little background, let's take a look and see what we've got this morning. We are going to be trading off of the light 6 major chart. It's one of our standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it's showing us 6 different currency pairs. And in this case, this first chart is showing all US-based pairs. And I start in the middle of the chart. There's 3 sections of the chart. This middle section, which is what we call the majors and minors. This top section, which we call the TNTs. And this bottom section, which we call the pressure. I start with the middle section. And this red and green line is what we call our major indicator. This black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So I am looking for situations where we are, say, oversold. The lines are below the red line, horizontal red line, and the lines are going up, and I am going to ride the move up through the channel. And you can see here on the yen, dollar yen, over the course of over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, it was worth 91 pips. So that's what I'm looking for. I want a situation when we're oversold and the lines are going up, or overbought and the lines are going down. So here on the Australian US dollar, we are oversold. Minors are going up, majors are going down. Can you take a sell trade when we're oversold and the lines are going down? Yes, you can. And you can make some money on it, but I just don't take it because I don't want to get stuck holding a trade when this turns. And you can see here over 2 hours, you would have got 16 pips by taking a sell when it was oversold and it turned back down. So I'm looking for oversold and everybody's going up. I don't have that here. Euro USD, oversold, everybody's going down. So I'm going to pass. Pound USD, oversold, everybody's going down. I'm going to pass. Dollar Canadian dollar. We didn't really get to oversold with the majors. The majors kind of turned midway through the channel. Everybody is going up. Generally, I do not take a trade when the green line is more than halfway, which it is here. But say I did like this. Everybody's going up. We were oversold. The miners were oversold. Everybody's going up. That's the second thing I'm looking for. The third thing is that I want this double cross where the green line is crossed over the red line and the gray line's crossed over the black line. That's 3. And then 4, I look at what the slope of the green line is. And I want the slope to be greater than 45 degrees, which it is. So I would have all 4 here. Then I would jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. The blue line's inversely related. So when blue's coming down, that means buy. So I've got 3 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4 of the TNTs. And then I look at what the pressure's doing. And I have weak up pressure. So 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here, so 8 points. Now, I would confirm this normally, but I'm not going to today because Canadian dollar's got a news event coming. So we're not going to trade this guy. But as I said, I'm not crazy about this because the green line is a little bit more than halfway. Dollar Swiss franc overbought. Majors still going up, minors sideways. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going down. All the lines are going down. I've got the double cross. The red's on top. The black's on top. Green line is better than 45 degrees. So I've got everything I want here. What I don't like, I prefer the green line to be closer to entering the channel. I don't like it when it's way gapped. There's a big gap between it here where it is and entering in here. And there are situations where, like when you can see there's a big gap, it can stay down there for a long time, like over here on the Euro USD. So I don't want to be holding something. I want to get in and get out within an hour. And I find that happens more consistently when the green line is just about to enter the channel. When I jump up to my TNTs, thick orange is coming down for a point. Thick blue is going up for a point. So I may have 2 of the 4 here. I really want 3 of the 4. And then lastly, I've got up pressure. So the pressure's not with me. I want either down pressure or I want the red line to have crossed over. And it is touching the green line, but it hasn't crossed over the green line. So I'll pass on that. I've cloned that chart and made a second one, and this has non-USD pairs on it. So we just keep walking through our strategy here, or our protocol. Euro pound, We touched oversold. Everybody's going up. I've got the double cross. I've got terrific steepness on the green line. The green line's a little bit over the halfway mark, but that's okay. I'll consider that. Jump up to the TNTs. Two orange lines going up very steeply, dotted blue coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4 here. And I have up pressure. Pretty good up pressure here. So I've got 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here. When I have agreement across all 3 sections, I've got each of those sections are measuring something different. So when they all agree, there's a higher probability that the trade's going to move in the direction that I want. So when I see this, I have a second confirmation that I want to do just to be kind of doubly sure. And that second confirmation is I want to look at a full chart. No, but what I mean by a full chart is a chart that's showing me just the one currency pair, but with different time periods. So here's the 1 hour chart, which we were just looking at. Here's a 2 hour chart, a 4 hour chart, an 8 hour chart, 12, 1 day. And what I am looking for is ideally I want the 2 hour and the 4 hour to both be oversold. I want basically these lines down here. Now here's a case where it's not oversold, but we've got a good buy signal here on the 2 hour going up steeply. Another good buy signal here on the 4 hour. So I might make an exception because of this. And then I kind of look at the 8 hour, we're going up. And on the day chart, we're still going up. So this is a candidate for an exception. Now the question is, on some of the trades we do, the take profit is predetermined. On other trades, we need to figure it out. And this is a trade where we need to figure it out. So let us take a look at, to figure it out, I need to look at a full chart. That's the Euro Swiss franc. Let's look at maybe, because I think I already looked at this. Let's see if I got it here. Yeah, Euro pound. All right, so this is a clean chart, which is just showing me the candles. Just showing me the candles. And I'm going to drop, we traded this the other day, so it's still here. And you can see where we put in our support and resistance. This morning I added a little bit more support and resistance. But basically I want to know what the trend is, which is kind of the direction over a period of time of how the candles are moving. So we're moving into a buy trend. And I want to know where the support and resistance are. And support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see it keeps kind of going up and bouncing on this line. When it comes down, it kind of bounces on this line. There it broke through, bouncing on this line, came down, bouncing along this line. So I'm going to trade between this channel because I want to get in and get out, and I don't want to have to deal with this bouncing. So I want to know how much room do I have from where I'm at to the next spot, next line. So that's about 4 pips up. And 9 pips down. 4 pips up and 9 pips down. I generally don't want to take a trade less than 10 pips. So we don't have enough here for it to be worthwhile for me to decide to want to take this. I'm not going to take a trade for 4 pips, 4.5 pips. So we're going to pass on this because I don't think it's worth it. So let's keep going and see what we have. Australian dollar yen. This is a good signal here. Issue is that it is evening in both of these markets. And when I'm trading on a 1-hour chart, I want one of the pairs to be actively trading, and neither are. So even though this is a good signal, I'm going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Ooh, we've got this slope here. It looks like it is greater than 45 degrees. I don't like, though, that we've got the kink in the line where we're going from more steep to less steep. The bottom half of the line is steeper than the top half of the line. When that happens, it kind of tells me we're running out of gas. But again, we're not going to trade the Canadian dollar this morning. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, overbought. Everybody's coming down. We've got the double cross, good steepness on the green line. But again, it's evening in both of these markets, so we're going to pass. Pound yen. I like to trade the pound yen. We touched overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, red lines on top, black lines on top. Good steepness. So 4 points. We're less than halfway. I also like that all the lines are clustered. The majors and minors are kind of all together. Signal's a little stronger when that happens. When I jump up to my TNTs, 2 orange lines coming down at a good steepness. Thick blue coming up. When blue goes up, that means sell. So 3 of the 4. Here, ooh, I've got sideways pressure. What makes it sideways is that the green line is going down, the red line is coming up, but the green line is going down. So just for the heck of it, let's see what the confirmation is, even though I prefer both of these going down. Since the pound yen, I trade that a lot. I've got that up here. And here we don't have agreement. So this is what we were just looking at. I want both of these to be overbought. They don't necessarily have to be going down, but I want them overbought. So this is telling me, the 2 hours telling me there's up in the movement. And the 4 hour is telling me that the majors are telling me that, we're almost out of gas. We're oversold. So when both of these are overbought and I'm taking a sell, if for some reason this weakens the signal, I'll still pick the trade up off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour, and there's less of a chance that I'll get stopped out. So I'm going to pass on this one too. Euro Australian dollar, we're just about overbought. Can I make 10 pips taking a buy when we're overbought? Yes, I can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. So again, I've cloned it. Let's see what else we have. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. A good steepness on the green line. One thing I don't like is that we get this little bit of a gap. But again, it's the Canadian dollar. I'm not going to trade that this morning. Euro New Zealand, overbought, going up, so nothing there. Pound New Zealand, sideways, so nothing there. New Zealand yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross, good steepness on the green line. Less than halfway. I do not mind that the miners have kind of run through the channel. I care about the position of the green line here. But again, evening in both of these markets. I want to get in and get out within 1 to 3 hours. And the move will take longer when it's not actively trading. And because it'll take longer, this signal could change and without enough of a push behind it. Dollar gold. oversold, or gold dollar. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, good steepness, so I like that. Two orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so 3 of the 4. Again, sideways pressure. Green going up, red coming down. So I don't have the pressure here, but for the heck of it, let's just take a look and see what the confirmation looks like. What is it? XAU. All right, so we have disagreement here. I want the 2 hour and the 4 hour to be oversold. I want the lines down here. This is telling me 2 hours telling me it's going down. 3 hour it's telling me sideways. So I don't have the confirmation that I want. So we're going to pass. We're going to pass. Euro, Swiss franc, overbought, majors going up, minors going down. All right, here's the last of the charts that I have. Australian dollar, Canadian, oversold sideways. Swiss franc, yen approaching oversold. Euro, yen, we've got disagreement between the majors and minors. Pound, Australian dollar, we don't have agreement. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. We touched overbought. Everybody's coming down. Got the double cross. Steepness on the green line is okay. It's a little bit past the halfway mark. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So I got all 4 here, and I've got down pressure with green on top. So 1, 4, 4, 9 points. Let's take a look at the full chart. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. I want it overbought. And we're oversold. But what makes this a little different, oversold, 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 or sell, 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 green lines going down. So all of these are telling me sell. So even though this is an overbought and this is overbought, because all of these are going down, the green line's going down, I want to see what it's worth. So let's go to, let's see if we can take a look at New Zealand. So here's the chart. I'm going to crunch it up because I want more data points. It's kind of in a mild buy. But where's the support and resistance? So I'm going to just drop some lines in. Since I don't normally trade this, I'm going to just try to identify where the lines seem to naturally stop. So it seems to stop in here, over here, over here, here, over here, here, here. And let's drop another line in. Over here, and here, 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 over here. So that's 51.21 to 51.30. That's kind of 15 pips. On the Euro USD, it tends to be about 30 to 40 pips. But because this is the yen is like a little different. And what's the problem here? All right, so look where I don't have much room. It's only worth a pip, 2 pips, 2 pips up. 13, 2 pips down, 13 pips up. I don't want to trade through this line because you can see it's come down and bounced on it a bunch of times. So again, here's a trade I will not. I don't feel comfortable taking. Let's see if we got anything else. Canadian up, and now we're on to the new hour. Well, we're not going to trade the Canadian dollar. Okay, gang, we did not find a good trade set up this morning. Now, I know I took 30 minutes to do this, but the reality is, it takes 5 minutes. Before we came on, I looked through all of this and kind of, you can see I kind of wrote down what the potential options were before we came on. And then I thought, I didn't like any of them before, but they could have changed a little bit while we were talking. So sometimes the best trade you take is the trade that you don't take. I prefer to take less trades because having to come back from a loser takes a lot more work to get back to break even. So I'd rather take less trades and have just a couple winners. Really, all you need is 2 winners a day, and you'll make terrific money. Thank you for joining me this morning. We'll see you again this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade at 4:15. If you have any questions, go to forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Schedule some time with me. I'm happy to walk you through whatever questions you have. Best way to learn the trade is find somebody who's good at it. We are, and get them to teach you. We will. And not only that, we'll let you trade with our money. So have a terrific day. We'll see you this afternoon.